we'll start with fundamental unit of life, cell.
Okay.
This is the first chapter of biology. Okay, just for what you are doing. So all the cells are made, all the organisms are made up of cells. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
All living organisms. So there was a scientist called Robert Hooke. What did he do? He took a thin slice of cork and observed in under microscope. What did he find? He found this honeycomb-like structure. Okay, this is the cork,
Okay.
and he found this. And this is the microscope which he built himself. Robert Hooke. What is cork?
It's the thing used as a stopper for wine. It is.
Yeah, you can see it is made from the bark of the wood. It is dead cells, okay? Dead tissues. So he called that little room, okay? This boxes, he saw many honeycomb-like shape, okay? He called that as little room. Okay, little room. So Latin word for the little room is cell. From there only the cell was derived.
Okay.
And cell has these characteristics. Cells have ability to replicate independently. So it will replicate by itself. And it contains hereditary information, which is passed from one generation to the other. And what do? They perform life-sustaining activities on their own. And here, hello, Shreya.
Hello.
Yes. And here they also show chemical composition and metabolic activities. So this reaction, all this happens in this cell. Cell is fundamental unit of life. See, all the organism will be having cell, and the cell, right? They may be different in different organism, and their shapes will be different according to their function. Okay, and this one before all this Robert Hooke discovered cell for the first time in cork, in primitive microscope. This. And next we have Leeuwenhoek. He discovered free living cells. The Robert Hooke discovered dead cell. Okay. Leeuwenhoek, what did he discover? Free living cells. Living cells. Okay. He observed the cells of the sperm cells of the human, dogs, rabbit, fish, insect. They both only saw the cell. What is inside that they haven't seen. Okay, this Robert Hooke, he discovered the nucleus inside the cell. Scientist. Okay, then this Schleiden and Schwann, right? What did they do? They came up with the cell theory. Okay, Schleiden was a botanist, so he said that all plants are made up of cells, and then Schwann was zoologist. Okay, so he said that all animals, right? They contain cells. So both of them, they did it independently. And after that, what happened? They both came up with one fundamental, that is all organisms are made up of cell. Okay, all organisms including what do we say? All organisms means plants and animals both. Okay, and there was one more, Virchow. What did he do? He further expanded the cell theory. He gave this all cell arise from pre-existing cell. Okay, so all the cells are arising from pre-existing cell. This was the this statement was given by the Virchow. Okay, from the existing cell only a new cell will be formed. That's what Virchow said. And this Pumpkin-G, what did he do? He coined the term protoplasm for the fluid substance that are found inside the cell. Okay, these are the scientists. These all are important. Okay, understood? Farhan and Shreya.
Yes, ma'am.
Now cells, right? There are different types of cells. Okay, on the basis of number, we classify into two types. One is unicellular organism and multicellular organism. Based on the how many cells are there in an organism. Okay, based on that we have dividing the organisms. So if an organism is having only one single cell, then that is unicellular organism. And if an organism are having many more than one, they are called multicellular organism. Okay, now the difference between these, in a single cell will will constitute the whole organism. And here multiple cells are grouped together in a single body, okay, which assume different function in the parts to form various body parts. So here a group of cells will come together to form single body, and those cells, right, they perform different function in various body parts. Okay, here in the unicellular organism there is no division of labor. That means the single cell will perform all the functions. In multicellular organism, all cells are specialized to perform different functions. Okay. Example, for the unicellular organism, we have amoeba, Plasmonas, paramecium, bacteria. This is amoeba, this is paramecium, and this is, we have Plasmonas, and this all are bacteria. And then example of multicellular organism, we have fungi, plants, animals, that means humans, dogs, and all those things. Okay? All the animals here, they are multicellular. Understood,
Yes, ma'am.
Shreya?
Yes, ma'am, I understood.
So next thing is microscope. Have you seen in your school this thing, microscope?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you observed under the microscope onion skin?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you seen this structure? This cell, the many cells. Okay, and Farhan, what about you?
Oh, yeah.
You have. So there is an experiment. What do? We take onion skin, okay, with forceps, and what do? We put it in slide. There we put a drop of water. Then on that, what do? We put iodine, okay. Then we put cover slip. Then we take it from there to here. Then we observe. We find this structure of the onion. Inside the onion, these are the cells. So microscopes are high resolution instrument. Microscope, what does it do? It magnifies the object, and from this we can see the internal parts of an organism, okay, of an object. Understood? See this thing, this is coarse adjustment and this is fine adjustment. This coarse adjustment, what does it do? It is used for focusing, okay, and this fine adjustment to get the perfect image. Understood? This coarse adjustment, what does it do? Whatever we want to focus, it focuses. Whatever object, whatever bacteria we want to focus, it focuses. And this perfect, this fine adjustment, what does it do? Inside the bacteria, it zooms in, okay? So we can see the internal structure. Understood? Shreya and Farhan. Next, we have shape and sizes of cells. Are all the cells of same size? No, right? Some have fixed shape and some don't have shape. Okay, they keep changing. So the fixed shape, most plant and animal have fixed shape. Okay, some cells like WBC and amoeba, their shapes keeps changing, and the fixed shape cell may be of various types, like elliptical, fat cell are elliptical, or spherical, ovum. Ovum is what? Egg cell, female gamete, okay? Spindle shape, smooth muscle cell, okay? What is spindle shape? It is like eye shape, okay? That is the spindle shape. Elliptical, it is like this. Spherical, it is like this. I mean, circle type. Okay, next. No thread sperm, right? It is like this. It is like this. Discoidal shape, it is like this. Disc. And elongated, yeah, elongated nerve cell. It is like this. Here we have all the cell type. Smooth spindle shape. This is the blood cell, discoidal shape, okay? Guard cell, amoeba. So different shapes are here. And size of the cell, what about the size? Are every cell of same size? No. The smallest cell is mycoplasma, 0.1 to 0.5 μm, micrometer, okay? And the very large cell is of ostrich, okay? Egg cell of ostrich, it is 18 centimeter. And longest cell in the human body are nerve cells, okay? It is of length of 90 centimeters, okay?
Ma'am, can you show the first type of cells that they had shown in the diagrams over there on the side?
This,
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, what are those cells, ma'am? Can you explain?
this is epithelial cell, skin cells.
Okay.
And this is human blood cell inside the blood, right? there is RBC and WBC. WBC cells, right? They keep changing, and this is the cartilage cell. We have the cartilage, right? Bone. The in the ear we have cartilage. Okay, it is flexible, and this is connective tissues, and this is striated muscle cell, muscular cell. Okay, skeletal muscle where the movement happens because of these cells. Okay, and this is nerve cell. The control and coordination will happen through this. And this is bone cell. And this is smooth muscle cell. And here we have plant cell. And here we have cladomonas, single cell organism. Okay. And here we have guard cell. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
And this is amoeba. Okay. Next we have function of cells. One thing is here is that shape and the size of cells are related to specific function they perform. According to the shape and the size, right? The cells will perform the specific function. And multicellular organism like humans, they perform this function by division of labor. Okay, that means that specific different part of cells, right? They perform different function. Some perform like the digestive system. What does it do? It perform in the digestion of food. Okay, breakdown of food. And the kidney, it will do the excretion and filtering of the blood. Okay, and the nerve cell, it will help in the control and coordination. So different tissues, different cells will perform different functions. Group of cells come together to form tissue. Okay, and one more thing is division of labor is also seen within a single cell. In the single cell also there is division of labor. How it is so? Because in a single cell we have cell organelle, and this cell organelle, different cell organelle will perform different functions. See, we have lysosome, Golgi apparatus, rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria. So these all are cell organelles, and they will perform different functions. For example, this mitochondria, what does it do? It generates energy. Okay. ATP is formed here. This is your animal cell, and this is plant cell. Okay. In plant cell, right, we have cell wall. In animal cell, we do not have cell wall. And in plant cell, we have chloroplast. In animal cell, we do not have chloroplast. And the one more thing here, in animal cell, food vacuole is there, right? Vacuole. It is small if it is present, or totally it won't be present. Mostly it won't be present. If it is present, it will be small. And in the plant cell, it will be big. Okay, these all are understood.
Ma'am, one question.
Yes.
Ma'am, so there are different types of cell. Each type of cell has a different function.
Yes.
So the cell organelles also perform differently, or they perform the same functions?
Cell organelles, right? They are inside the cell. Okay.
Yes,
they perform different functions. Cell wall, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Which is present in the plant cell, they maintain the structure of the plant cell. Okay, the function of cell wall. You learn more detail. Okay, so that the cell, if the water is coming in, the cell will not burst because of the cell wall. Okay, and we have plasma membrane. Here, the plasma membrane, what does it do? It allows the entry and exist of the substances, many different substances. And we have what? Cytoplasm. The cytoplasm, inside the cytoplasm only all the organelles are subsumed. Okay, they are embedded. That is the, what do we have here? The Golgi apparatus, the endoplasmic reticulum, all these organelles, right? They are embedded in the cytoplasm, the fluid substance. Okay, so this all are cytoplasm, not this part, not nucleus, this, the fluid part. And in that, we have the cell organelles. Okay, so cytoplasm, its function is mainly is to act as, you have seen the watermelon, right? Inside that there will be seed, right? Seed will be embedded. So here also in cytoplasm, cell organelles will be embedded. And here reaction will also occur. Okay, and also the medium of transport. So this is the cell membrane or plasma membrane. Okay, it will allow the entry or exist of the substance, any substance, any water, iron, all those things, right? And here, if the substance is coming, salt, right, it should get inside this also, right? nucleus. So that from nucleus, from the cytoplasm to the nucleus, right? The transport, it is done by the cytoplasm, and also the Golgi apparatus, it may be needing a substance, right? So from the cytoplasm, all the substance will come and it will be transported here. Golgi apparatus, whatever it is needed. That is the work of cytoplasm. And we have the endoplasmic reticulum, where the protein formation will occur and lipid formation will occur. And this Golgi apparatus, what does it do? It helps in the packaging of the materials. Okay, you'll learn more detail. Understood? So every cell organelles are performing different functions. Shreya,
Yes, ma'am.
understood, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The first thing we'll talk about plasma membrane or cell membrane. See, this is the plasma membrane. It is double layer, phospholipid bilayer. This thing. So this is the structure. This is the head part. Okay, and this is the tail. This head is hydrophilic. That means hydro, water, philic, like. So they like water. They are water loving. And this too is hydrophobic. That is, they hate water because this is phosphate, and this is lipid. That's why it is called phospholipid. So plasma membrane.
Lipid.
Yes, what?
Ma'am, what is lipid?
Lipid is fat.
Fat. Okay.
Substance. Okay.
Okay.
Chemical substance. Our body, they are made up of lipid, fats, all the other things, protein. So the plasma membrane, we have phospholipid here. Then what do we have? We have protein channel. It helps in the transport of protein. And then this is globular protein. And these all are things. Okay. Carbohydrate is also there. So cell membrane or plasma membrane are outermost, living thin, delicate covering of the cell. It separates the content of cell from its external environment. Okay, so it separates the cell from each other. Presence of lipid and proteins provide flexibility to the plasma membrane. This is very important. So the presence of lipid and protein will provide the flexibility to the plasma membrane. It enables the cells to engulf food and other materials from external environment. This process is called endocytosis. And amoeba acquire food through this process, through the pseudopodia. Okay, we have seen amoeba, right? This is the pseudopodia. Whenever the food is there, right, what does it do? It surrounds, this pseudopodia surrounds and engulfs it. That is called endocytosis. Pseudopodia are called finger-like projection. Now let's see the function of plasma membrane. It allows the entry and exit of some selective material in and out of the cell. The cell membrane therefore acts as semi-permeable or selectively permeable, partially permeable, and differentially permeable membrane. So semi-permeable membrane meaning it allows only some substance to come in. Selectively, only those substance will come. And partially, that means only some. All these things are same thing. And differentially permeable membrane. That means only the specific substance will come. Okay. This membrane thing, I'll explain you more. Okay. Next we have here, it helps to maintain the shape of cell, and it acts as mechanical barrier and protects the internal content of the cell from leaking out. Then it provides protection against microbes and foreign substance, and it gets modified to perform different functions. So this microvilli in the intestine, what does it do? It does the absorption. Its semi-permeability enables the cell to maintain cellular homeostasis. That means this because of its semi-permeability, what happens? The cell will maintain its temperature. Okay, that is cellular homeostasis. These all are the functions. And in more detail, we'll talk about the transport in the membrane, how the substance are transported. There are two types of transport. Okay, one is passive transport, and the other one is active transport. The passive one, it doesn't require energy. And the active one, it requires ATP. In the passive transport, what happens? There is substance will move from high concentration to low concentration. Okay. And in the active transport, if we want the substance which are having low content, right? Low content, from low content to high concentration. Okay, substance will move from low concentration to high concentration. That is active transport. So this requires energy because it is moving against the gradient. Understood? There is first we'll see acid transport, diffusion, and we have osmosis. Okay. Shreya and Farhan,
Yes, ma'am.
did you understand what I'm telling?
Mom, can you repeat active transport again?
Okay. Active transport. Now, what I was telling is usually what happens from high concentration, okay, to low concentration. Suppose we have, this is the cell, okay, here we have less water, okay, and outside the cell we have more water. Okay. So water will move in from high concentration to low concentration. Okay. In active transport, what happens is that here the water is very low. Okay, and the water will move from the low concentration to high concentration, and this movement will require energy, and that is active transport. Okay, Shreya and Farhan, understood? Shreya?
Mom, so low concentration to high concentration is active transport, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Low concentration to high concentration, active transport, plus it will require energy. It's transport of substance from low concentration to high concentration with the help of energy. Okay, that is active transport.
Okay, Mom, thank you.
Farhan, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then we'll end our class here. In the next class, we'll talk about osmosis, diffusion, and the different types. This active transport also we'll talk about that. Okay. Then we'll talk about different types of membrane. Okay. Then you will better understand. Okay.
Ma'am, can you show the shapes and sizes of the cell again? Only the images.
Which one?
The shapes and sizes, the images that were there.
This one.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll send you today's PDF. Okay. In the WhatsApp group, you can check it out.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
This all will be there. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.